I don't drink anymore, but I got my drinking in when I was in college. And there was a bar, I went to a small school in North Carolina, and there was a bar that had a neon sign. And the neon sign said, free beer tomorrow. And I showed up for that thing so excited, and I was like, okay, tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow. Only took me a week and a half to realize that every single time I showed up, it was always going to be free beer tomorrow, which means I could never actually be in the future. All I had was being in the present. Now, the other part that I find very interesting, because if you suffer with any type of anxiety, once again, give yourself some grace and space. That is normal. All of us feel anxiety to some degree at some level, but we get anxiety from a perceived future that we believe is going to happen. We're consumed with worry about something that we think is going to happen. And where do we get that from? It's a projection that we're putting out there. Any given moment of the day, stop what you're doing, take a deep breath and say, am I choosing to place my attention in what I believe is most deserving of it in this moment? In other words, I'm asking you to be present, to be in the present moment. Because after all, if you want to win the moment, you have to be in the moment. We need to get all of our faculties in alignment. So I have to step up to the free throw line, and I've projected what if I miss, and I'm already playing in my head all of the ramifications of missing, and that's what I've programmed in my mind. But it hasn't even happened yet. How are you upset about something that hasn't even occurred yet? And I'm not saying that facetiously, because I've struggled with that as well. But think about, if you just break it down right now in this moment, how ridiculous that is. I'm worried about something that hasn't even, why would you be worried about a shot you haven't even taken yet? Like, if you think about it, it is ridiculous. So we have to be in the moment. So I'm asking you to be present. Now, the short definition of being in the present moment, I heard this from Nick Saban, the Hall of Fame football coach from Alabama, and I heard Oprah say this, and I figure if those two people are saying it, it has to be true. And that is the definition of being present is learning how to be where your feet are. Be where your feet are. Wherever your feet are, make sure that's where your head and your heart are as well. And as obvious as that may sound, Peter, have you ever been with someone, but you weren't with someone? And if we're going to assert, which I am, that the future is 100% hypothetical because it hasn't occurred, why tell yourself a story that doesn't have the fairy tale ending? Like, if you're just going to make this stuff up anyway, why don't you just say, yeah, oh my God, I'm about to hit this shot and be the most famous person in Columbia basketball history. Like, this is it. This is like, if you're going to tell yourself a story, why not tell yourself that one? It's just as real as the one you just told yourself that you're going to miss, because they're both 100% fabricated. There's not an ounce of reality to either one of them. So that goes back to some of the confidence. And this is not about being delusional. This is about learning to talk to yourself in a healthy way. Catch yourself when you're thinking like, oh my God, this is a big shot. Like, I'm a little nervous to take this shot. That's okay, that's healthy. It means you care, it means you're human. Just take a deep breath and be like, I haven't even shot it yet. But I know that I've made 10 million free throws in empty gyms, so if there's anyone that's gonna step up and hit this thing, it's gonna be me, and it's gonna feel pretty good when I do. And then if you miss, deal with it then. Well, in order for us to be our best selves, we need to make sure that we have all of those faculties in alignment. We need to be as present as possible. Right. So again, it's not about being delusional, but why worry about something twice? Why suffer twice? Why worry about missing and work yourself up and then miss and be upset again? It only exists in our mind and in language. We can use future-based language. You can't ever be in the future, because you know what happens when you get to the future? It's now the present.